But I mean, this is another guy who's also really big, 6'5", 216, commanding quite the target share over there for a team that is a little bit run first for sure. So yeah, he's definitely been intriguing in the stat boxes for me. I haven't turned on the tape though.
Yeah, for a second-year player, the yards per route run is really nice. It's 2.5 right now. I don't care a ton for PFF grades, but I think they're at least descriptive. I was told that they're really an amalgam of various stats, right? So I don't mind looking at them as shorthand for, a snapshot of how a guy's doing. And PFF has him as their 22nd ranked wide receiver this year. And a lot of guys playing college football, right? And it's, again, like it ain't the Bible. We know not to put too much stock in that. But it definitely validates me when, I'm seeing a third party confirm my priors here. And I mean, you see, this guy's, he's got some high point ability, moves really well for 6'5".
And he's a true sophomore as well, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure right? His dad was a really famous Miami Dolphin too. I think there's a lot to like about this kid, and a lot of room to grow too. It's really his first year as a starter. Really minimal usage last year.
61 snaps last year.
Yeah.
And he's not playing a possession type role. I mean, this is a guy who has a 13-yard ADOT. Definitely being targeted down the field and making plays like that.
I mean, size, but that's ball tracking. That's that's technique. That's high pointing. Man, he just rips that. Like that would have been an interception if it was a lot of other wide receivers. And then even that too. He's beating the guy on this post route, or maybe that's a dig, but big guy that can run in breaking routes and out breaking routes. He's got some rounding, but any 6'5" wide receiver has some rounding. They're not snapping like a 200-pound guy. Man, and again, this is like a 20-year-old kid, right? Like so much room to grow physically, as well as get some Tucker mixed in there for you, Kyle. Sometimes
and he can. I mean, it was a good block, so I think you put it in there, right?
Maybe.
I think he's a guy who definitely fits that big slot mold that some of the NFL teams are looking for. He's played 77% of his snaps this season in the slot. He's like almost like a move tight end that you would list as a wide receiver because he's not going to block a defensive end ever. But
right. Yeah, and they did have him listed as a tight end to start the season in Syracuse, but he ain't a tight end.
Yeah,
the hand is not in the dirt there, I'd like to see him play outside more is my big thing on Oronde. But I think of all these guys, and I love a lot of these guys, I think he may have the highest ceiling and kind of like the clearest path to a ceiling, right? Just needs to kind of round